Welcome all. In this class, we'll discuss about Unit 1 Introduction in the subject OAN 551 Sensors and Transducer. Welcome you all. The objectives of the course is to understand the concepts of measurement technology, to learn the various sensors used to measure various physical parameters, and to learn the fundamentals of signal conditioning, data acquisition, and communication systems. The course outcomes are expertise in various calibration techniques and signal types for sensors, apply the motion, proximity and ranging sensors in the automotive and mechatronics applications, and course outcome 3, apply the force, magnetic and heading sensors in the automotive and mechatronic applications, and course outcome 4, study the basic principles of the optical pressure and temperature sensors and various smart sensors, and course outcome 5, implement the DAC systems with different sensors for real-time applications. So coming to the functional elements of measurement systems, the various functional elements are primary sensing element which senses the quantity, physical quantity to be measured and converts into electrical quantity, and then variable conversion element and variable manipulation element. These two together form the signal conditioning element, and next one is data transmission element, data storage element or playback element, and the data presentation element. So these are the functional blocks of the measurement system. This primary sensing element is in close contact with the physical parameter to be measured, and it converts that physical parameter into electrical signal. Variable conversion element, say for example, it is, so the output of the primary sensing element may be in analog form, so it has to be converted into digital form. So such type of conversion is called the variable conversion element. And next, variable manipulation element means, say for example, if the output of the variable conversion element is in the form of several millivolts, so but it cannot be processed, so it has to be converted, it has to be amplified, so in the range of volts. So the variable manipulation element performs operations such as amplification, filtering, etc. Suppose if you want to transmit the data, then data transmission element is required, and if you want to store the data like in a CD or hard disk, then data storage and playback element is being used, and data presentation element is similar to somewhat like CRT, cathode ray display, oscilloscope, etc. So these are the functional blocks of measurement system. So this is what we have, all the things which I have said has been explained here. And applications of measurement systems are monitoring of process and operations, example ammeter, voltmeter, wattmeter and energy meter, control or process and operations, experimental engineering analysis, testing the validity of theoretical predictions, formulation of general empirical relationships, and determination of system parameters, variables and performance indices. These are the applications of measurement systems. And this is the block diagram of a simplified control systems. And coming to the static and dynamic characteristics of measurement systems. So static means, so does not vary with refers to time. So it almost constant or slowly varying with time. So the set of criteria defined for the instruments which are used to measure the quantities which are slowly varying with time or mostly constant that do not vary with time is called the static characteristics. And dynamic characteristics means the quantities may vary with time. Okay, so that is called the dynamic characteristics. And some of the static characteristics are accuracy, precision, sensitivity, linearity, reproducibility, repeatability, resolution, threshold, drift, stability, tolerance, range or span, dead zone, dead time, hysteresis and error. Let us see the definitions for all these. Accuracy means it is the degree of closeness with which the reading approaches the true value of the quantity to be measured. So there are three types of accuracy. Point accuracy, so at only one particular point of scale it occurs. Accuracy is a percentage of scale span. An instrument has uniform scale, its accuracy may be expressed in terms of scale range. Accuracy is a percentage of true value. The best way to conceive the idea of accuracy is to specify it in terms of the true value of the quantity being measured. So this is called accuracy. That means degree of closeness with the original value. Suppose I have 5 volt actual reading and 4.9 volt is the measured value, then error is 0.1 volt. That means accuracy is you can calculate it as point. So the accuracy may be 98%. Okay, calculated as 98%. So precision, it is a measure of reproducibility. That is, given a fixed value of quantity, precision is a measure of the degree of agreement within a group of measurements. So I am taking 5 measurements. So how that 5 measurements deviate? So that is called the precision. It is given by the expression 1 minus xn minus xn bar by xn bar, where xn bar is the mean, is the value of the nth measurement, and xn is the value of the nth measurement, and xn bar is the mean of the set of measurement values. and it consists of two parts. One is conformity and number of significant figures. Suppose if it is the value is 2385692 ohms resistor, it can be specified as 2.4 mega ohms. So due to the non-availability of the proper scale, so that is called limited by the precision. Number of significant figures means, so in this first case we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 different 7 digits. So the number of significant figures is 7. Whereas in the precision for the second case is 2. It has only 2 values, 2 and 4. So it is called 2. The number of significant figures is 2. Sensitivity defines the ratio of change in output to change in input. So that is called the sensitivity. And this diagram indicates that. Okay. Next, linearity is defined as the ability to reproduce the input characteristics symmetrically and linearly. Say for this is the linear graph, this is non-linearity. Okay. Next, similarly, reproducibility is a degree is somewhat related to precision. Degree of closeness with which a given value may be repeatedly measured is called the reproducibility. Repeatability is defined as the variation of scale reading taken by single instrument. Drift. So there are 3 types of drifts. So first, this shows the figure 0 drift. So the 0 value is drifted. Span drift, a particular span range of values is being drifted. Zonal drift, if a particular zone of readings is drift, then it is called zonal drift. Then threshold, that is this is called resolution. If the input is slowly increased from some arbitrary input value, it will again be found that output does not change at all. Certain increment is exceeded. This increment is called resolution. So smallest change that can be measured, that can be detected, is called the resolution. If it is from 0, then it is called the threshold. Stability means it is the ability of an instrument to retain its performance throughout its specified operating life. It's called the stability. Tolerance, the maximum allowable error. Maximum allowable error is called the tolerance, and the maximum minus minimum value is called the range or span. So these are dead zone, dead time. So time required by the measurement to begin to respond to a change in the measured quantity is called the dead time. Hysteresis means it depends on the previous value. The output depends on the previous value, then it is called hysteresis. So these are the static. This graph shows the hysteresis curve. These are the static characteristics. Coming to the dynamic characteristics, speed of response, measuring lag, fidelity, and dynamic error. The set of criteria defined for the instruments which change rapidly with time is called dynamic characteristics. So speed of response means it is the rapidity with which a measurement system responds to changes in the measured quantity. Lag means difference between the input and the output to respond is called the measuring lag. So which is again classified as retardation type and time delay lag. Fidelity is defined as the degree to which a measurement system indicates changes in the measured quantity without dynamic error. Dynamic error is the difference between the true value and the measured value. And this is the dynamic behavior of systems can be taken by different types of inputs like this. First two cases, the step input, ramp input, and the sinusoidal input. Overshoot means if it takes some time to settle down. So before it takes time to settle down, the output overshoots. That is called the overshoot. And this is the formula to calculate the percentage of error. So far we have discussed about the static and dynamic characteristics of measurement systems. Now coming to the sensor. Sensor is defined as a device that receives and responds to a signal or stimulus. The purpose of the sensor is to respond to some kind of input and convert it into electrical quantity. So sensor converts physical parameter into electrical signal, whereas transducer convert energy in one form to any other form. It need not be electrical. Okay. So there are two types of sensors, direct and complex. Direct sensor means directly it converts into electrical signal. A complex sensor needs certain transducers. So this is a complex sensor where there are certain transducers, and finally there is one direct sensor existing, and this is a data acquisition system where 1, 2, 3, 4 are existing in the object itself. So they are called the contact sensor. Whereas sensor 1 is outside the object, so it is called the non-contact sensor. And coming to the sensor 4, it needs an excitation circuit, so it is called the active sensor. So 3 doesn't need any excitation circuit, 3 and 2, so they are called the passive sensor. So the classifications are active sensor and passive sensor, contact and non-contact sensor, direct and direct. So first classification is direct and complex sensor. So these are the classification of the sensors. Okay, active and passive, absolute and relative. It starts from 0, then it is called absolute sensor. If it is related to another value, then it is called relative sensor. And classification based on primary input quantity measure material and technology applications and properties. Say for example, based on the output, physical and input is mechanical, output is mechanical. So the acoustic effects, example diaphragm, input mechanical, output thermal, cooling effects like Seebeck effect, like that. So based on that, transduction principles, the classification are like this. I have given examples for all these. Okay, input chemical, output mechanical, thermal, electrical, magnetic, radiant. So likewise the sensor are classified. Application based classification means industrial use or non-industrial use. Among the non-industrial use, it is automobiles, medical products, aircraft, consumer electronics and other sensors are there. Property based classification. So these are the property based classification. Level based classification. Temperature, pressure, proximity and display. These are the property based classification. Acceleration, image, gas and chemical, biosensor. So these are property based classifications. Okay, so these are the sensor classification. And coming to the errors, there are mainly three types of classification: gross error, systematic errors and RAS errors. Gross error occurs due to human errors or misreading of equipments. And coming to the systematic errors, there are two types: instrumental errors, which exist due to the errors in instrument. Another one is environmental errors due to environmental factors like temperature, humidity, etc. And last classification is random errors. These occur due to unknown causes. So these are the classification of errors. And static and dynamic errors are not varying with time and time varying with time. So they are called the static and dynamic errors. And then we have limiting errors. So the accuracy is guaranteed to a certain percentage of full scale reading. So that is called the limiting error. Okay. So standards, international standards, primary standards, secondary standards and working standards. 4 different standards are there. International means in the overall international level. And primary standards, the National Bureau of Standards. So this is like such standards are called the followed in individual countries. So primary standards, secondary standards followed by industries and working standards. So these are 4 types of standards as far as measurement systems are concerned. Next, error analysis. Coming to the error analysis, arithmetic mean is given by this expression: the total set of readings divided by total number of readings. And deviations, so deviation from the mean, x minus x bar is called the deviation. Average deviation, average of all the deviation gives the average deviation. And then coming to the standard deviation is given by the formula root of d1 square plus d2 square up to dn square by n. And coming to the variance, the square of the standard deviation is called the variance. And coming to the probability of errors, coming to the error analysis, it is given by the output probability of occurrence of deviation is given by h by root by e power minus h square w square. And the normal distribution is given by this expression y equal to 1. This is the normal distribution curve, and the output is given by the expression y equal to 1 by sigma root 2 by e power minus w square by 2 sigma square, where sigma is the standard deviation and y is the output. Okay. So coming to the normal distribution curves, the following observations are made. All observations include random errors. Random errors may be both positive and negative. So this side negative errors, this side positive errors. And there is equal possibility of positive and negative errors. And there will be strong central tendency. Large errors are improbable. And so 68% lies between the limits plus 1 sigma and minus 1 sigma. These are the error analysis we have made, and classification based on order: 0 order, first order and second order sensors. Performance measures of the sensors: selectivity and specificity, isolation and grounding. So other than this, the static and dynamic characteristics of measurement systems will also be included. Calibration means checking against the standard value is called the calibration. This figure shows the calibration curve. X-axis shows the quantity and y-axis shows the error. And we can have methods of calibration. We can have direct calibration or indirect calibration. Calibration is a procedure for determining the correct values of measured quantity by comparison with the standard ones. Comparing against the standard one is called the calibration, and we have 2 types: static and dynamic calibration. Thank you.